Uh, Respected Dr. K.P. Srinivas Rao Garu, Chairman, Matrushri Education Society, which runs Maturi Venkata Subbarao Engineering College, Dr. G. Kankadurga Garu, Principal, Professor S.G.S. Murthy Garu, Vice Principal, Professor J. Prasanna Kumar Garu, Head Department of CSC and Training and Placement Officer, Dr. Rajesh Kulkarni Garu, Associate Professor, CSC Department, and convener of the FDP, and the resource persons Pallavi Kadam Garu, IPR coach, Indian patent agent, SIPP facilitator for patents and designs, and BYST member and designated partner of IP Adventure LLP, Shalaka Tolle Garu, IPR coach, Indian patent agent, SIPP facilitator, patents and designs, and BIST member and designated partner of IP Adventure LLP, Dr. Rajesh Kulkarni Garu, Associate Professor, CSC Department, MVSR Engineering College. He is the researcher, author, and speaker. Dr. Akhil Kare Garu, Professor, CSC Department, MVSR Engineering College. My dear colleagues and all dynamic and aspiring participants of this FDP. I, S. Amulya, Assistant Professor, CSC Department, welcome all participants who are here from various colleges and states to the one-week online faculty development program on IPR and patent prosecution organized by the Department of CSC in association with Institution Innovation Council, MVSR Engineering College. On behalf of CSC staff, our sincere gratitude to the management and principal for giving us approval to conduct this FDP in a very short time. Also, a very big thanks for the participants for such a huge and immense response. We have around 900 participants registered for the FDP. Now, I would like to give you an overview about our college and department. Maturi Venkata Subbarao, popularly called as MVSR Engineering College, is an ISO 9000-2015 certified institution sponsored by Matrushri Education Society, founded in 1981, affiliated to Osmania University, and is NBA and NAAC accredited. Over the years, it has grown in stature and is presently acknowledged as a premier technical institute in Telangana. The college offers programs in civil, CSC, EC, EEE, IT, mechanical, and automobile engineering, PG programs in civil, CSC, EC, and mechanical besides MBA. Our college is recognized by Osmania University as a center for pursuing research leading to the award of PhD degree in the disciplines of CSC, EC, and mechanical engineering. MVSR Engineering College has participated in various ranking frameworks by NIRF, ARIIA, India Today, The Week, Times of India, and achieved many honors. Our college is an institutional member of several professional bodies. The Department of Computer Science and Engineering started in the year 1985. The department runs UG and PG programs. The UG program is NBA accredited. The current intake for UG is 180, 18 for PG, and there are many PhD scholars registered under the Center of Excellence in our department. The department has well qualified, dedicated, and experienced staff. Apart from regular academic work, the department organizes various activities, inviting speakers from industry and other reputed academic institutions. It is my privilege that our department is organizing a faculty development program on IPR and patent prosecution in association with IIC from 24th to 28th May 2021. May I now give you the objective of our FDP. The IPR and patent prosecution FDP aims to address the gaps present between innovation and IPR filings. The FDP session also addressed the following: knowledge economy, digital age and IPR protection, Importance and types of IPRs, ownership, prior art analysis in patent parlance, identifying various steps involved in IPR searching, filing, prosecution, and monetization via technology transfer. Career opportunities in IPR domain, national and international perspective. This FDP will not only promote the professional practices relevant to technical education, but also motivate the faculty to achieve research, innovative environment, thus channelizing development with respect to academic qualifications and personal growth. I hope you will be benefited by this FDP in realizing your future research goals. Once again, I welcome you all and thank you for the overwhelming response. Thank you one and all. Now I request, as our principal is not available, I request our head of the department, Prasanna Kumar Garu, to please address the gathering. Sir.
Thank you, Amulya. Is my voice audible, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, all. Yeah, very difficult time at 3 o'clock in the afternoon to invite you all for a session of our inaugural of FDP. I take great pleasure on behalf of all my colleagues in the department and college to extend a very warm welcome to all the participants who are present in this session. For this 1 week faculty development training program on IPR and patent prosecution from 24th to 28th of May 2021, organized by Department of Computer Science and Engineering in association with IIC cell of MVSR Engineering College. I would like to extend my thanks to Dr. KP Srinivas Rao sir, Chairman, Mathrusri Education Society, Dr. G. Kanakadurga Madam, Professor S.G.S. Murthy for their enthusiastic support in organizing and giving approvals for programs like this. And thank you very much, team. And I'm very happy the organizing team under the convenership of Dr. Rajesh Kulkarni and co-conveners Dr. Akhil Khare, Dr. Sesham Anand, and Chief Coordinator Anupama Madam, along with very dynamic technical team in Sujana Avan and Vikram Narayan Das, and publicity team did a wonderful job, G Sri Salem and G Madhu. And we have very effective organizing team in KV Sri Lakshmi, V Satish, MVR Jyotishri, and I also thank the finance team, K Murli Krishna, and even report team, S Amulya Madam and K Padma Madam. Thank you very much for the great response from all the participants, and very happy to share that participants include, other than the regular faculty members, we have deans, we have principals, we have people from industry, we have scientists, we have also patent agents who are participating. Thank you very much for the great response. It will really motivate all the team at MVSR to do more such programs. My sincere thanks to the resource team and Dr. Pallavi Kadam, IPR coach, Shalaka Toili, IPR coach, my colleagues, Dr. Rajesh Kulkarni, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr. Akhil Khare, Professor, Computer Science and Engineering Department, for accepting to be the resource team. As the response has been good, and I'm sure I think people will be eager to go through the sessions. I wish this program, this FDP, a great success, and all the participants a very informative sessions over the next 1 week. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Rajesh Kulkarni Garu, the convener of this FDP, to kindly have some words with the participants.
Thank you, Amulya madam, and thank you, HOD sir, who has supported us in sanctioning this FDP. Yesterday, I was having a chat with one of the resource person, Pallavi Kadam, and she shared a few interesting numbers like trademarks. Around 2 lakh trademarks are published. Geographical indicators, around 363 geographical indicators. Geographical indicators like Tirupati Laddu, Banarasi Sari, or Kolhapuri Chappal, they are community IPRs, not owned by anybody. Copyrights around 12,000, and semiconductor chips, 0 or max 2 number of semiconductor chip documents are filed. And the number, as she says, was less or is less because the technology is changing rapidly, very fastly. If you look at the Indian scenario in academics, IITs are topping as far as publication of patents are concerned, followed by Chandigarh University and many other universities like Amity. If you look at organizations, CSIR and DRDO are leading publication of patents. If you look at the states, Maharashtra is on top of the chart as far as patent publication is concerned. The reason being it's an industrial hub, pharma hub, and our state, Telangana, is on 5th place with 1011 publications. Dr. Reddy's lab carrying the major load of that. If you look at the worldwide scenario, highest number of filings are from China. And these are very interesting figures. We are slowly, academicians are slowly picking up the threads. And initially our interest will be for getting good marks in API, getting good promotions and other benefits in the career. But I think this learning curve will also help us in gradually strengthening the patent scenario in India, and we can create a good impression. And all of us who are participating, the objective of this FDP is that let us sensitize ourselves, motivate ourselves, and try to come out with more innovations, more novel solutions. And there are so many challenges, very tough times, COVID scenario. Everywhere, our relatives, friends, colleagues are succumbing to this. But let us keep our positive thread, keep our learning curve, and try to improve ourselves. That's it from my side, Amulya madam. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks a lot, sir. Yeah, now I request our speaker for this FDP, Pallavi madam first to address the gathering. Pallavi ma'am.
Very good afternoon to the whole team, organizing committee, and the host organizers, and all my friends and colleagues. A very good afternoon. These are the summer vacations for most of the students, and we are having this Alfonso mango pulp and heavy meals in the afternoon, and we all are keeping you awake for something which is very important for the mental diet. So let us stay on for this whole week, and we'll try to provide some inputs. Rather, we will sensitize you all guys, being the engineering students and faculty members, and working in various organizations as R&D team member. And so we want all of you to be just aware of what are all the types of IPRs which are commonly filed in India, and what is the international scenario, and why we are lagging behind in terms of Global Innovation Index. As Dr. Rajesh Kulkarni rightly said, that we are somewhere, being a state of this Telangana, newly independent state, can we work around somewhere to improve the Industrial Innovation Index? That is what we want you all to do. Being in the academic area, you all can contribute to the intellectual index of our country. So let us work together, and let us work as a team to bring out this positivity during this pandemic, and let us understand what all innovations we are doing on daily basis, and how we can get the right authority from the government of India, and how we can go ahead outside India also, if you have some innovations and innovative concepts or prototypes developed with you. That is all from my side. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, ma'am. Now I request Shalaka ma'am to kindly address the gathering.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. MBSR College, HOD, Computer Science Department, and the organizing committee for inviting us to this program. So we are here to let you know what are IPRs, as all my co-speakers have told you. And then what is the purpose of this program basically is that we carried out a mini survey kind of a thing in 2019 when we tried to form a IP Adventure, our firm, and we found that the many Indian universities, and we mapped actually the UGC IPR policy guidelines with the Indian universities, and found that there is a less number of patent filing or IPR filing in general. This is because of the lack of awareness or lack of knowledge regarding these IPRs. And there was a need when we thought of designing this FDP. Why FDP? Because we want to reach till the grassroots level of the education system, that is students, and the faculties are the best mediators or media through which we can seep into to the students and make them aware of their intellectual property. And that is the reason why we are here. So we are going to meet for the whole week, and I expect it will be an interactive session. I expect it to be an interactive session, although it is an online session. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, ma'am. Yeah, we are now going to start the session. So before we start the session, I would like to call up my colleague, Sri Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, to kindly give the introduction of our speaker right now, Rajesh Kulkarni Garu. Sri Lakshmi.
Yeah, hello ma'am. Thank you so much. Hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, it's my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Rajesh Kulkarni sir. He's currently working as an associate professor at MVSR Engineering College, Hyderabad, Telangana. He's the ex-director of Srimati Indira Gandhi College of Engineering, Hansoli, Navi, Mumbai. He's also a constant mentor at Ignition Incubation Center. He's a passionate teacher, motivating speaker, author, publisher, entrepreneur, and a change agent for organizational transformation. His webinars and seminars, FDPs, reached more than 15,000 participants who got immensely benefited. He is founder of Uma Publication Nanded and Cave Academy, Pune. He mentored and now is a distant associate for IP Adventure LLP company and IPR startup. He published 6 books, many research papers in SCI, Scopus Journals, and 8 patents. Dr. Kulkarni graduated from BAMO, Aurangabad in Computer Science and Engineering. Did his master's in Computer Science from JNTU Anantapur. He completed his PhD from JNTU Hyderabad. He did certificate course on HCI from IDC IIT Mumbai. His major contributions in previous organizations include the Mission 300 Training Initiative, MOUs with industries, stakeholder reach out through constituting awards, which includes Alumni Excellence, Vidya Vibhushan, Shikshak Gaurav, one of my top professional educators. And he has career awareness seminars across 11 cities, 64 locations, addressed more than 20,000 students, MOUs with the foreign universities, and so on. It's my great pleasure to introduce you, sir. Please start the session.
Yeah, thanks for a wonderful introduction, and hope the participants are there, and I'm starting the session immediately. Give me a minute and let me share my screen. Yeah, you have to tell me whether I am audible, whether the screen is visible, whether the PPT is visible.
Yes, sir. Everything is perfect.
Yeah. So welcome to day one of the FDP on IPR and patent prosecution. Let us agree on few things. All the participants hopefully are muted, or else I request the technical team to take care of that. All the participants should also keep off their videos because we know online sessions sometimes become very funny. So if you have any questions, you put in the chat window. My MVSR team will compile that because there are very high number of participants. So we'll be compiling them and answering few of the questions at the end of the session. And we ensure that rest of the questions will also be mailed to you because we believe in learning through you also. The sequence of the contents may vary, but the feel of the entire content will be given through us all, myself, Pallavi and Shalaka. If there is an issue, always audio is not proper, the screen is not proper, or PPT is not, slides are not moving forward, please help me out immediately. I request the technical team or the organizing team to help me out. Yeah. This is me, Rajesh Kulkarni, an academician, a teacher in an engineering college since 26 years. And I'm speaking on patents and IPRs and all that, what right I have got. So the right I have got is I am curious. I want to improve my learning curve. As well, I was lucky enough to be part of the journey this firm by name IP Adventure had taken. This is as you can see, IP Adventure is a company which is led by these two dynamic resource persons, Pallavi Kadam and Shalaka Tole, who has started their company maybe 2 years back. And I was part of their journey as a well-wisher, as a mentor, as a learner. It was both ways. The benefits were both ways. The entire content are designed by the IP Adventure team, by the way. So I was just telling you about this company, IP Adventure, and these are few of the designs they had filed, like juice bottles, beverage bottles. These are few of the trademarks they had filed. A few of the patents published. This is one of my favorite. The one which is filed by IP Adventure, Lalita Bora madam's nicotine substitute for tobacco products, which is that, as you can see, it has reached till hearing. Had the pandemic not caused havoc, they might have got granted this patent also. There are many other interesting patents also. Let me just copy this application number if I need it. So as I was again telling you, I'm again reiterating what right I have got to take this session. As I told, I want to improve my learning curve, and one among that was publishing few of the patents with my colleagues, publishing few of the patents with my students who are doing their final year projects, and slowly learning the nitty-gritties of IPRs and patents. As you can see, there are many times my name being referred. This is the list of few of the patents which are published and so on. Yeah. Give me a minute. As you can see here, this is the website, ipindia.nic.in. Let me show you that website. Give me a minute. I'm just trying to figure out. anyways, this is the website ipindia.nic.in, and I need it. Give me a minute, okay? Yeah, sorry for that. I was referring this website ipindia.gov.in. Let us have a look at this. As you can see, this is Government of India website related to IP, and through this I can file my patents, I can file my designs, I can file my trademarks, I can file my geographical indicators, as I mentioned in the initial inaugural discussion. And I know that this is training institution run by IP India at Nagpur. So let us say some of you want to file your patent. You know that you can do it physically going to the offices located at Mumbai, located at Kolkata, Delhi, located at Chennai as well. You can also file your patent electronically like this. I'm clicking on this comprehensive e-filing. Let us assume that you want to file your patent. Okay. So look at the journey here. I'm just partially taking the journey here. So you need to have something called as a digital signature. So wherein you can have your username and password and you can log in. And once you log in, you need to fill in various forms. And while you fill in the various forms, so you also have to fill the form for each inventor. Let us say there are 10 inventors. For each inventor, you have to fill in those forms like form number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till there are around 32, 33 forms, more than 30 forms which are required at different phases as far as patent filing is concerned. So this is our website, and let us go back to our slide. So hopefully you got it, what I did. Okay. I went to the patent search, Indian Patent Advanced Search System, and the website is the same, ipindiaservices.gov.in. And you also hopefully remember what I had done initially. I had copied this patent application number. And as you can see, Pallavi and Shalaka claim that they have published or they have filed patent of Mrs. Lalita Bora on nicotine substitute for tobacco products. And this is the patent application number. And they also claim that it has reached till hearing. Had the pandemic not happened, this might have been granted also. And I also have seen the journey of this very exciting patent, one of the many patents they had filed. So let me check. I had copied the application number. I had pasted here. I am entering the CAPTCHA. And let me go to the status. Okay. So here in the patent search part of the website of Government of India, I can see the application number and the name of the applicant, Lalita Bora, and the title of the invention is nicotine substitute for tobacco products. Field of invention is biotechnology, and this is filed by IP Adventure team, and they had requested for examination. They had request for examination, and this is the publication date, and they had also replied to the examination. They had also replied to the examination. Okay. So let us look at few of the documents which Pallavi and Shalaka submitted on behalf of Mrs. Lalita Bora for this patent application. Let me just check it here. Here are the documents which they have submitted. Okay. Here are the documents which they have submitted. Let me just check which documents they have submitted. I want to just confirm, technical team and organizing team, tell me, am I audible? Everything is fine. Everything is visible. PPT is visible.
Yes, sir. Everything is clear.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you. So, and as you can see, we are just doing a patent search of a patent which was filed and published. And we are also looking at what documents they had submitted. So I am looking at form number 1, form number 2, form number 9, form number 18, form number 26, form number 18A, form number 13, FER, then the reply for FER, drawings, complete specification, claims, abstract. Okay, these are all the documents. These are all the documents. And you also might have seen that Lalita Bora had not filed her patent on her own. She had taken the help of the firm IP Adventure LLP. So, and you know, the obvious reason behind that is the patent filing involves a lot of techno-legal documentation, which requires expertise, which requires learning. And that's why she had gone to some firm. She had gone to this firm, but you can go to any firm. Can't you file on your own? Yes, you can file on your own. Then increase your learning curve. Try to be a patent agent. Get a digital signature from eMudra, but don't do it initially. But also, again, then you are not helping the ecosystem, right? So these are few of the forms which are there. Now, how many forms are there? Let me check how many forms are there. Yeah. I can see here form numbers. Form number 1, form number 2, form number 3, 4, form number 5, 6, 7, 8, like this. You can see a list of forms. And this is downloaded from the website, by the way. And this is the fees for each of the forms. So when you're filing your patent, it means, suppose you're filing form number 1. So you go to a window in the website of IP India gov.in and fill the form number 1 and repeat this for as many inventors as possible, as are there, not possible. Then while exiting, you have to make the payment, and how much payment you have to make, that will pop up automatically, but you can get the fee part component here. Let us say if you want to go for form number 1 and any additional sheets are there. So are you a single entity, or are you a startup? Are you going for e-filing, or are you going for physical filing? So it was initially cheaper to do physical filing, and e-filing was a bit costlier, but again, they have increased the fees of physical filing. That's what the people like Pallavi and Shalaka tell me. And you can look at these forms, each one of them. Let us try to look at them fastly. As you can see, this is form number 1, and you can look at the type of the application, whether it is an ordinary application, convention application, or PCT application. So details of the applicant, address, signatures. So this is form number 1, and all this will be filled first physically on these documents by the team, then again online. They'll be copy pasting from the content so that it becomes easier for them. And anything goes wrong on the website, it will send an error message saying that something is wrong here, make corrections. So this was about form number 1. Yeah. Let us look at this form number 2. Form number 2 is for complete specification. Form number 2 is for complete specification. Okay. So, and let us look the name of the inventor, address. These are the contents, field of invention, background on the invention. Field of invention should be very small actually.
Rajesh sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I request you to open the form. After replying the FER, go to the amended form.
Okay.
Yeah, because this patent was initially filed by some other agency and it was not in the proper format.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just trying to take them to the
Yes.
How do I say it, headers, not the content. Don't worry about the contents, or I'll show my content otherwise. Don't worry. Is it fine, Pallavi? Even if let us not worry about the correctness and everything. I just want to show them the forms. That's it.
Or else you copy Dr. Bhusare's application, Rajesh sir.
Okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute.
The third patent in your presentation.
No problem. Give me a minute. I'll play safe. I'm just copying my patent so that I'll be on safer ground. Give me a minute. This patent by name image stitching system and method based on Retinex and features matching of low light image was published along with my student and few colleagues. He was doing his final year project basically. So I'll just try to exploit that so that we'll be on safer grounds. Hope everybody is understanding what I am doing. I have repeated this activity. I had copied the application number and I went into the patent advanced search system in the website and I'm just checking the status. Yeah, as you can see, this is the title of the patent. This is the name of the inventor. And let us look at few of the documents which they have submitted as Pallavi told me. As you can see here, this is for an academician. This was what initially submitted. I remember my discussion with Pallavi that these are the forms we have to fill up. Form number 1, form number 2, form number 3, form number 5, form number 9. on the day of the filing, and after publication or at that time also you can go for form number 18. Form number 26 basically is for power of authority. For example, if I want to file a patent through Pallavi and Shalaka, I can give a POA to them. And a few interesting things again, POA has to be in original and rest all can be in duplicates. When you are filing the claims, you have to file them through Internet Explorer. But when you are making the payment, you have to make through Chrome. So this is the glitch which Pallavi and Shalaka identified while filing the claims or filing the patent, sorry. Yeah, now I can go to complete specification. This was where me and Pallavi had a discussion. As you can see, form number 2 is complete specification. Okay, this is important document. And form number 2, as you can see, consists of the title, the inventor and his address. And complete specification consists of what major contents. I am just taking you through a high level of the document, not the internal contents presently. As you can see, the complete specification consists of field of the invention, which should be usually short, 2-3 lines. Background of the invention. Background of the invention, we academicians know what is prior art or what is literature survey kind of thing. So summary of the invention, brief description of the drawings, detailed description. I'm just taking you through the headers of form number 2. Not in a hurry. We have the entire week to understand the nitty-gritties. So detailed description of the drawings, figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, figure 4, figure 5, so on. And this is the most important component of complete specification, claims. Okay, so when we speak about patents or when we speak about IPR, when we speak about this domain, we know that this is different from what we own physically. For example, some of us may be very proud that we have a 3 BHK flat at some good place worth 3 crores. Or some of us may be very proud that I bought a plot worth 10 crores and it's 1,000 square yard. It is in the city and kind of thing. So these are my physical properties having few boundaries, is it not? So, but our IPRs and patents, these are what? These are not physical properties. These are not tangible properties. These are the intangible properties. Our patents and IPRs are intangible properties. So what claims does is claims puts boundaries to your intangible property. So what claim is, whatever is the novel thing you are saying you have come out with, whatever original thing you have come out with, whatever societal problem you're trying to solve, you have come out with, that all has to be embodied in the claims. And claims usually like should be 1 sentence each like this, and you can have subsections like this. So as you can see, this academician, my colleague Venkat Patil, have nearly 9 claims. Now this we did because we wanted to save money, because as we know, as the number of claims increases above 10, we may have to pay more. Then this is the abstract. Again, abstract is a summary of what is there in my patent. Hopefully I reach the end of this document. So we are just listing out, we are listed out form number 1, form number 2. So I'll try to go to complete specification done. I'll go for form number 18. Yeah. As you can see here, this is a request for examination made by any other interested person. But form number 18, again, I'll take the help of the document which I have here. Okay, so you can fill it after filing your patent. later also, even after publication also. So just remember few of the forms and their purposes. For example, form number 5 is for inventor declaration. Form number 3, if you're going for foreign filing, or you're planning to file in foreign. Form number 25, you are just filing outside India. That is again a different. So this is both places. This is outside India. Let us come back. I'll take form number 13. As you can see, there is an amendment. Whenever there is an amendment, so they have put form number 13. Maybe they wanted to change the address or something like that. Yeah. So we also did form number 13. So as you can see, form number 13 we had filed because there was a request for change in the name of the inventor. So there was a mistake. We wanted to change the name from Randeep Rana to Rajkumar Rana kind of thing. So that was form number 13. I think we have taken few forms. So let us go back to our PPT again. I have already shown you forms, but if you want to go through the website, you can use this link and go through. Yeah. As you can see, this is the list of forms. And as Pallavi was telling, there are more than 30 forms which need to be filled, and these formats, their PDFs are available. Let us say if you want to go for form number 2, just take it. That's it. That was regarding the website through which we Indians can file our patents. If you want to file patents through US, this is the website uspto.gov. For Europe, you have espacenet.com. Okay, we are trying to learn what is a patent, and we want to understand more about the patents. The best way is to read a patent. So I think I had taken you through few forms, but let us take you to a US patent. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let us look at this patent number. So as the prefix is US, I know that this is US patent. And this is some numbering system, unique number, maybe 7 digits, maybe 8 digits, maybe more, depending on country and so on. This is the date of patent. This is the person. The patent is electronic device. This is the list of inventors. This is the assignee. You know the meaning of assignee. For example, there is a firm by name Apple. Okay. So in Apple company, these are the people who are all the inventors. These are all the people who are inventors, including him. But that patent belongs to the company, right? Apple company. So Apple is the assignee in this case. But we all academicians, let us say, we file our patents together collectively with our students, with our colleagues, and we are filing that through our college. Let us say MVSR college or CBIT college. Then I know that the assignee is CBIT college or MVSR college. This is the application number, when it was filed. Okay, and I'm seeing some interesting numbers here. A, C. You try to remember these numbers here also. Okay, you find at many places you have D's and A's and B's and C's and so on. Okay. This is the claim, the ornamental design of an electronic device. These are the description of the figures. We are just listing out or scrolling through a US patent just to get the feel of what that patent may be. I'll fastly scroll this through. Okay. I see somewhere here USPC, I see somewhere D14. This is a re-examination request, re-examination certificate. The patentability of the sole claim is confirmed. So I'll go through one more US patent, but very fastly. Is this the one? Okay, same. 3087. Give me a minute. I am opening up one more. Yeah, this is again patent number, prefix is US. Though I'm going a bit slow and but keep your enthusiasm levels up. Look at the patent numbers, look at the numbers I am mentioning, and I'm going at very high level, today being the first day. And now I want you to focus on something else. This is patent number, right? This is a US patent because I know that this is US. And I find here something called as B2. Remember this. But I also find that patent number, before patent number, there is something in brackets called as 10. This is date of patent. And this date of patent again is preceded by something in brackets called as 45. The inventors preceded by something in bracket called as 75. Assignee preceded by bracket called as 73. Is it not? So everything here is preceded by a bracket with a number. So this is called as the INID. These are called as the INID codes. So these are internationally assigned numbers, and they are used just to segregate. For example, you want for inventors, you'll be using 75. For this 12, for patent number 10, for date of patent 45. This is unique numbering system. This is a unique numbering system. And I want to show you. Yeah. Now look at this. This is a US patent, right? And we all academicians know something called as IEEE format, right? 2 columns. So similarly, US patent is following these 2 columns. Let me compare that Indian one. Is it following the same one? No, it is not following the same one. So formats are different, I can understand. Okay. Then I'm finding here something called as 5, 10, 15, 20. Now I'd like to break the monotony here. I want somebody to tell me, I want somebody who doesn't know who is new to patent, because there may be many people who are well versed with patent and patentability. Somebody who doesn't know, make a guess of this. What is this 10, or what is this 15? What is this 20? Or even here also in the Indian patents, what is 5? What is this 10? What is this 15? You can put in the chat window if you are muted. I'll be waiting for your response. Yeah, fantastic. Srishalam sir, in-house answer. Those are the number of lines. So line number, I can say this is the line number. This is the line number, okay. And I can see here column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, column number 4. So what is the reason of all this numbering? Maybe Pallavi and Shalaka, who belong to chemistry background, and their patents, when they file, they are huge. They are like our thesis, which are more than 300, 400 pages. And we know that patents are there. There will be patent wars. There will be patent litigations. So during patent litigations, this numbering system may help them. Okay, in this patent, column number 3, page number this, line number this, that will be helping them for that litigation part. Okay, so again, let us go back to our PPT. So what patent data consists of? Patent data basically is a techno-legal document. Okay, so it gives technological and competitive information. So all the technical information, even they say 80%, but I say all the technical information is published in patents as far as that particular publication is concerned. And usually the patent data consists of this type of data: bibliographic data and technical data. So as technical data, you have title, abstract, detailed description, and claims. Bibliographic data will be answering questions like who, what, when, and where. For example, document identification numbers, filing and publication dates, priority date, patent classification information, assignee, inventors. So other concise data. It will also answer the text. The technical data will also answer what and how, like claims and descriptions. If you dissect a patent document, you will see these are the contents of a patent document. Bibliographic data will be there, field of invention, background of the invention, prior art, object of the invention, summary of the invention, brief description of drawings, detailed description, claims. And I had just shown you 2 US patent documents just to get a feel of it. And now here there is the document is dissected with the help of the labels. As you can see, INID codes. What were those INID codes? For example, patent number is within the bracket, there is 10. Date of patent within the bracket, there is 45. So these are the INID codes. So then there is title of the invention, inventor, assignee, owner, application number, date, prior publication date. So abstract, patent attorney, patent examiner. So this document, you had already seen this document. Again, coming back to the bibliographic data, the bibliographic data will highlight these contents. Data for document identification, filing details, priority details, publication details, technical information, type of the document, where, in which country this was filed, title of the invention, list of inventors, assignee name, references, abstract, and classification system. So I was just mentioning I need codes, right? I was just mentioning I need codes. Just let us try to come back to that INID codes. I was referring this 54 or 12 or this 10 or this 45 or this 56 or this 73 or this 75, and we were referring them as INID codes, INID codes. Okay, so facing difficulty in getting back to the PPT. So as those numbers which were there in the bracket, those are called as the INID codes. These are internationally agreed numbers for identification of bibliographic data. You might have seen, I told you to remember kind codes also. Okay, they indicate like B1, B2, A, D, E. Those are the kind codes. They indicate the status of the document. Inventor. Yeah, I request those who are having questions, just put in the chat window, as we'll be taking them at the end, just for the sake of convenience, as the number is more. I think Prerna Mahajan had some doubt. Please, madam, is it fine with you? So assignee, then international patent classification, patent examiner, patent attorney. So let us look at this. The same document I had taken the screenshot here. I can again highlight this. I need INID codes. For example, patent number in the bracket 10. And you can see here 45 is the date of the patent. 54 title of the invention. Then you have 75 inventor, 73 assignees, like that. Even here, thanks Shalaka for sharing this screenshot. You can see here in the brackets the INID codes. Okay, title of the invention, all this. Now coming to the patent number. The patent number is a unique number, just as your Aadhaar card number. Okay, so it is assigned by the patent office. A patent number may include up to 8 characters or more, depending on the territory. For example, this can be IN India, this can be US. These are the country codes. Yeah, I was referring to the kind codes. Okay, and this A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, C3, E, whatever you are seeing, wherever you see them in the patent documents, those are the kind codes. Okay, for example, what is the kind of ease? It is a reissue of patent. C1, C2, C3 indicates re-examination was done, the certificate was issued. B2, this patent is having a previously published pre-grant publication. B1, there was no previous published pre-grant publication. So A1, patent application publication. A2, republication. So like this, by looking at this course, you know that what is the kind of that. So the who part will answer who is the inventor, co-inventor, who are the applicants, who is the assignee. In our college case, college is the assignee. In a company's case, company is the assignee. In what? You'll be mentioning the title, which discloses the features of the invention. Then the abstract, which is the summary. The what part will also have classification codes. I had told you to, I had highlighted this USPC somewhere, right? So this is the major classification system of the patents. So IPC, ECLA, USPC, F1, FTERN, CPC. Okay. So I'll just read out the long forms: International Patent Classification, IPC, European Classification, ECLA, United States Patent Classification, USPC, Japanese File Index and FTERMs, Cooperative Patent Classification, CPC. The when part will be answering filing date, priority date, publication date, grant date. So you know that patent goes through a journey. We have to file a patent. So then there will be a patent publication, then there will be patent grant. But this entire journey is like your PhD journey only. There will be a lot of examinations, lot of queries. Queries need to be resolved by the patent attorneys. So, and you can be questioned anytime by anybody, even after the grant of the patent also. The patent family includes application for the same invention. Okay, they may be from different countries and so on. INEED, we already mentioned what is an INEED. Now coming to the anatomy of patent document, the field of invention usually, give me a minute, something is going on. Field of invention, as I said, should be very short. It should be usually written in 2 sentences. This field of invention describes the broad area of technology under which the patent falls. It should be crisp and clear so that the examiner of patent easily understands the nature of the invention and classifies the technology according to its general nature. Background, as I told you, we academicians should relate with this word with literature survey or prior art. It may contain what problems remain to be solved, disadvantages. Basically, background will tell us about what was done in this field, what problems need to be resolved, what is the prior work, and so on. It is always better to mention the closest technology, experiments, patents, and patent applications in this section. Object of the invention basically mentions the advantages. So every object is an advantage and it should be written in a separate sentence. This is basically a comparative analysis of the inventive technology over the existing one. Summary gives the broad overview of the invention. It gives the structure for understanding detailed description and claims. It gives in overall invention, the purpose of the invention, problem solved, advantages offered, and so forth. Drawings, I had shown you that. I'll skip this part. Detailed description gives the entire invention. It gives the complete picture. Claims, as I told you, this is the most important component. It sets the boundary for your intangible property. I reiterate, your patents and IPRs are intangible properties. The claims, I'll read the sentence as it is. The claims define the invention which the inventor holds as his exclusive property and has the right to exclude others from making, using, and selling. So once I make a claim, I'm saying that this is my property and you cannot use it, you cannot sell it. So basically my claim is specifying my scope of ownership. This is my piece of property, but this is an intellectual property. This is an intangible property. Okay. So this is the most important component of the patent document. As patent prosecution, patent litigation, everybody will be focusing on this. So whenever you're drafting your patent, be very careful whenever you're drafting your claims. Abstract, I skip this. Just to avoid this, 1 minute, huh? Something is missing. Yeah, I want to watch this video. I want you all to watch this video. Let it begin. Give me a minute. Let it start. Just a minute, let it begin. Please be patient. Just wait. If it doesn't start, I'll proceed further. Okay, or else I'll request Shalaka and Pallavi to just keep this video ready. Post my session, you can run this for a few minutes, 2-3 minutes. Is it fine, Shalaka and Pallavi? I'll move further.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. As I was telling you, these are the various forms which you need to fill, and these you can get the details of the forms and their fees. As you can see, more than 30 forms are there. And these are few of the important forms: form 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 13, 18. Okay, again, if this video runs, then it's fine. Otherwise, we'll go further. Yeah, I'll go further. Coming to your IP, we are saying it's an intangible property. IP is your original ideas, your research results, a book you have written, a novel you have written is protected by copyrights. And you need to remember there is a very well-known organization by name WIPO, about which Pallavi and Shalak will throw highlight in the coming sessions. Basically, we all are here to get sensitized ourselves related to these topics: patents, copyrights, trademarks, geographical indications, and designs. Geographical indication examples, initially I had mentioned Banarasi Sari or Darjeeling tea or Tirupati Laddus, and this is not owned by anybody, or Bengali Rash Malai. So these are community patents or community intellectual properties. Adidas shoes, Disney character, you need to register, but Adidas shoe, this is having aesthetics plus functionality, so you no need to register. Trademarks, logos. Usually a patent, if it is granted to you, the duration of that patent is 20 years from the date of application. IPR, as you can see, the long form of IPR at the end, you have, IP stands for intellectual property and R stands for the right. So what right you have over your intellectual property is making, using, selling, marketing, importing the products. So if there is a violation of IPR, it is called infringement. So your IP is protected by IPR basically. Is it not? This is an iPhone design, is it not? As you can see, it is mentioned here, designed by Apple in California, assembled in China, model number, so on. So what IP scrutiny consists of? By the way, few of the topics will be again taken in detail by the team. I'm just throwing a light initially on this. IP scrutiny, you need to remember that FER stands for First Examination Report, and objections, any technical or substantial objections are there, they need to be replied. Patent prosecution indicates raising objection over a patent application. Trademark prosecution has less detail and less analysis. These are the places where all this scrutiny may be subjected to: IP office, tribunals, High Court, Supreme Court, and so on. Basically, again, my colleague Khare sir will be throwing highlight on this topic in detail, but I'll just make a walkthrough of this. What is a copyright? Basically, it is right to print, publish, perform, or record. Right to make copies, and copyrights are valid for life of the author plus 60 years. By the way, copyrights need not be registered. Trademarks are basically symbols or words legally registered. They have unlimited life IP. Designs, visual things. These are few of the trademarks which IP Adventure team has shared with me. You can see Mahatma Gandhi ji visible in Chile and France. Copyright on several books. These are the books. This is a geographical indicator certificate. This is of what? This is of Odisha Rasagulla. This is geographical indication for Darjeeling tea, GI for Mysore silk. So basically that's it from my side. From here, what will happen is there may be few questions which may be thrown in the chat window, which we all, myself, Pallavi and Shalaka, will try to take. And we'll also try to run those, at least one video among those two. Pallavi, Shalaka, Feroz Ali sir, thank you for increasing my learning curve and building this presentation also. Presently, that's it from my side. And are there any questions thrown we can take up?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm Jyoti Sri from organizing team. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, thank you very much. Now I request the participants to please ask the queries in the chat box so that sir can answer you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, whatever information is being shared among us, I'll try to present it. You might have seen somewhere something called as provisional specification and complete specification also, is it not? So you know the difference between provisional specification and complete specification is provisional specification. Usually you will be filing ahead of complete specification. Suppose maybe you are not ready with the complete specification, then you will be going for provisional specification, but you will be going for provisional specification to protect priority, because you'll be getting priority on filing date. That's what is my understanding. Okay. Any other questions?
Rajesh sir, can I play the video now?
Yeah, you try to play the video. I'll stop presenting from my side. What's happening? Yeah, I stopped sharing.
Okay, I'll share now.
Yeah, I request the participant to post the questions so that we'll be answering few of them. Audio, can it be increased? Something can be done?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
जुगाड़ कर ले कोई
is the video, I mean audio audible, video ka?
Yes, ma'am. Both are clear. Audio and video are clear.
अरे उम्मीदों पे नहीं टिकी है, नहीं टिकी है, नहीं टिकी ये दुनिया, टिकी जुगाड़ पे, दुनिया टिकी जुगाड़ पे। ऊपर नीचे सभी जुगाड़ू, भारी जुगाड़ू, हैवी जुगाड़, चल तू भी झंडा गाड़ दे, तू भी झंडा गाड़ दे, झंडा गाड़ दे। डेडलाइन का डंडा प्यारे सबको फोड़ रहा है, नींद में भी हर बंदा किसी रेस में दौड़ रहा है। खुद को बचाना है तो फ्यूचर बनाना है तो यहाँ वहाँ से जहाँ जहाँ से जो उखड़े उखाड़, कर ले जुगाड़, कर ले कोई जुगाड़, कर ले जुगाड़, कर ले कोई जुगाड़। अरे तुक्का मार कोई या कोई तीर मार, कर ले जुगाड़, कर ले कोई जुगाड़, कर ले जुगाड़, कर ले कोई जुगाड़, कर ले जुगाड़, कोई जुगाड़।
Yeah, I think we'll go for the next video also if it is ready, or else we'll go for questions.
Okay, now let me know which video you want to.
Then it's fine. We'll directly go for questions. Yeah. There are few questions in the chat window. I'll read it out, Pallavi and Shalaka, and we'll try to answer them. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. What is a copyright claim? Please explain. So again, I repeat, Khare sir will take a detailed session on this, but copyright, as I understand, if you write a book, if you write a novel, if you write a poem, if you write a song, if you have a music, if you have a software program, if you have written a, what do you say, in Marathi we call it natak. So all that come under copyright protections. Am I right, Pallavi and Shalaka? You can elaborate on that.
Yes, sir. Any expression of idea will come under copyright. Like if you have a painting, you have a photograph. In addition to what Rajesh sir has said, these are other things which can be copyrighted, or songs. I mean lyrics of the songs, music. These all things also will come under copyright. So any expression of your creativity, that will come under copyright.
Okay. Pallavi, you want to say something? Is she there?
No, sir, I think Shalaka has explained it.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
So there is a question from Professor Shweta Priya. How much will it cost to file a patent? Okay, we'll give answer in two ways. I'll, as an academician who has filed patents and tried to follow the journey, I'll tell you, try to file it through your organization and college and ensure that your patent is novel, your patent is original, your patent adds some value, you're confident about its use, maybe its commercialization, then you present it in front of your college authorities, and you are sure, the committee is sure that your patent will be granted, not just filed, not because we all academicians, I pretty well know, some of you had also commented, we basically are more interested in filing, but that's also fine because we are learning how to file, how to publish, and what is the significance. But get all the amount from that, then that becomes cheaper. Otherwise, you'll feel it costly. Pallavi and Shalaka also can highlight on the cost aspect.
Sir, there are two approaches for this answer, as you rightly said. If you file through your organization as an applicant, the cost and fee structure will be totally different. As you have shown it in the list of forms, the fee associated with each form is different for a natural person and for an applicant having a giant organization structure like all the educational institutes you are employed in. So usually it is 3 times or 4 times the individual inventor or individual applicant cost. Usually the 12,100 is the fee structure for going ahead with expedited way of examination. This word you may feel somewhat strange, but over a period of say 2 or 3 days, you will be aware what is the expedited route of examination. So if you are going with this early publication and early way of examination to get a grant, the statutory filing fee is 12,100. And each depending upon the complexity of the invention, we attorneys quote you as per the complexity and the number of claims and the number of pages we need to draft. So
Okay.
usually 4 times more for this statutory filing fee. Somewhere it will go to 50,000 if you are applying through your college or institute.
Yeah. Shalaka and Pallavi, there is a question from my colleague, Dr. Krishna Prasad. Is there any searching tool for Indian patents or other patents at the same time? Searching. Did you get what I said?
For searching tool for Indian patent.
Indian as well as other patents at the same time.
At the same time. Yeah. Google Patents is the database where you will get Indian patents as well as global patents, rather patents from from different countries, filed in different countries like US, UK, China, from everywhere you can get in a single database. There is another database called as Patent Scope. There also you will get all the patents filed in India as well as in other different countries.
Okay.
I hope this is what he wanted to ask.
Carry on.
Yeah. So there are certain databases, patent databases like Google Patents, Patent Scope, then eSpaceNet. So where you will get these patent applications filed or granted in different countries. And as you had shown in your presentation, in past we'll list out all the applications and granted patents in India.
Okay. I am taking the questions in the chat window as well. I request the technical team to unmute the participants. What the participants can do is, if they have questions, they can raise their hands and our organizing team will coordinate with you. Meanwhile, I'll be reading the questions from the chat window. What is the procedure for amendment of patents? This is a question from Dr. G. Ramesh. Patent amendment. Yeah. Will you take it, Pallavi?
Shalaka will answer it.
Yeah.
She takes care of all the amendments.
Yeah,
for our
Shalaka.
Yeah.
How to amend my patent? What is the procedure for amendment?
Okay. So there are two types of amendments. Like if you want to amend the name of the applicants, or you want to add or remove, or you want to add inventor name. So this also comes under amendment. Or if you have changed the address of service. So this is one kind of amendment. And the second kind of amendment is the amendment in the patent specification. So once you have filed a patent application, and if you intend to amend the patent application, then it can be done by filing form 13. Like you showed in your presentation, we had done form 13 filing for amending the name of the applicant in one of your patent applications. So for amendment, we can do it by filing form 13, but it is preferably suggested that not to amend unless and until it is suggested in the FER or in the first statement of objections.
Okay, thank you. One more question from Raj. What is the time period given for provisional specification?
Lavi, you will answer or shall I answer it?
Sir, 12 months time period is allowed
That's what.
statutory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sir,
we got it.
Is allowed from the date of filing of your first disclosure, that is provisional patent application. Within that time period, you can publish your paper, or you can showcase your technology in any exhibitions, or you can start commercializing your own invention for monetization purposes. So this time 12 months period is allowed after filing provisional specification.
Ma'am, if it exceeds 12 months, is there any relaxation, or it's exactly 12 months itself only?
Then in that case, the patent application gets abandoned by the Indian Patent Office. The e-filing system, which Dr. Rajesh has shown, no, it won't work from 12 p.m. Midnight of that completion of one year.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
If
there
you
is
want to extend that,
okay.
yeah,
Carry on.
there is one more timeline extension is there, but you have to decide it before 6 months time period from the date of filing of that provisional. But again, it creates a lot of nuisance during the prosecution of your patent. Okay. So we
Thank you.
usually ask clients not to post-date the priority of the provisional application.
Yeah, there are two questions. I'd like to take a part in that, and Pallavi and Shalaka can help me out. One is, which patent will be published fast or granted fast? American one or Indian one? So there is a in academicians, there is a talk that your Australian patents will be granted very fast. I think Shalaka, you told me about some scheme going on, not till August.
Yeah, in Australia, they have innovation patent, a kind of patent applications which are called as innovation patents, which are granted without examination. So they are granted within, say, a time period of say 8 days to 1 month. But this they will be ending from 25th of August 2021.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how do I check if something is copyrighted already?
Something is copyrighted already. Like
Yeah, he means to say, suppose he has written something and he wants to ensure that it is not already copyrighted on the same lines.
See, in case of, unlike in case of patents, how we check novelty, in case of copyright, every person has its own copyright. Like every person has a unique ability to express his or her idea. So idea you express and the idea of the way I express, both are different. So there is no such kind of novelty check in case of copyright. Like if in Indian movies or Bollywood movies, we have seen Judwa Bhai theme is most copied, or many films are there. But then each film has got its own copyright. Why? Because they have expressed it uniquely. So the idea may be same, but the expression is different. So like the photograph taken by you and the photograph taken by me are different. There is some kind of difference based on the personality, your personality and my personality. So in case of copyright, there is no such novelty check. And whenever you have a copyright protection, or you write a poem, say, or you take a photograph, you can put encircled C whenever you are posting it somewhere or publishing it somewhere.
Yeah, thank you, Shalaka. One more interesting question I'd like to take up. Whether I should publish patent on my own, or whether I should use experts, third party like this firm, IP Adventure, led by Shalaka and Pallavi. I'll answer this in this fashion. I'll try to, how do I put it? You may be going to file some documents, property related documents. You might have purchased some property, right? So when you purchase some property, what you do? You do legalizing that property in your name. For that, you go to registry office, you pay some fees. Then there may be some legal documents on which notary stamp should be there, right? So it is like you telling that, should I do all the signatures or notaries on my own, or should the registry office staff or the notary advocate should do it? It is like that. So these patent agents, you try to compare, not in a, I'm giving a very crude example, but try to compare them with a notary or a registry office, which who are having techno-legal expertise. So this is basically an ecosystem. This is basically an ecosystem. So if you want to do on your own, you're always, nobody can stop you from doing it. I have seen my few of my friends taken up the challenge and done it. But what is to be done? You need to improve your learning curve first. Second is you need to have a digital signature, or go physically. Best go physically. That is my answer. Am I right, Shalaka?
Yes, sir. The way to approach attorney is to understand the statutory laws enacted in our Indian Patent Act. Okay. So in for drafting, no, you can do it on your own and submit it. But during the stages of prosecution, the examiner will keep on finding all the loopholes in your drafting. So he will raise objections under given under drafting sections in specific acts given in Indian Patent Act 1970. So the examiner will ask you to remove all the objections he raised in the drafting. So there you may have you may need expert's help. We are not asking you to always approach an agent or attorney, but it is the best way of going ahead with your priority dates and conducting all your technical innovations from your side, and rest of the headache will be taken care by us people like attorneys. So stipulated time you may not cross given or allowed by the Indian Patent Office. So we do it on daily basis. So we know how to overcome the usual objections raised by the patent examiners. So that is the that is one of the ways to save your cost and time as well.
So,
hope I answered your question, sir.
Yeah. Any more questions people have? People can start asking. There is a question by Mr. Mohammad Jabran in the chat window. After publishing, is there any deadline for taking up the exam?
Yes, after publishing, it starts from the date of filing itself. So there is a time frame of 4 years given, within which you have to file request for examination to the patent office, requesting to examine your patent application. Failing to which the patent application will stand abandoned. It will not be examined and it will not go proceed further.
Okay. There is one more question. What is the minimum time period patent is published once it is filed? Yeah, that's again, you have to go for early publication. We academicians usually go for early publication because we want to show that we have published a patent. So for early publication, there is a separate form which I had shown you. And I think is it form 13, no?
No, form 9.
Form 9. So form 9, you have to fill up for that early publication. Any more questions, guys? Yeah, somebody wants to speak from the participant side who are also well. Okay, there is one more question. Is there any specific line limit for patent? I understand this question as if the content quantity. Again, please highlight Pallavi and Shalaka.
Sanket sir,
Some hints during the presentation.
And number of drawings?
Maybe he's speaking about the number of lines written.
Okay. There is no restriction as on number of lines, but if you draft a patent for 30 pages, no, it is included in the basic statutory filing fee. If it exceeds per page, you need to pay separately for uploading that draft.
Okay, very interesting question from Arvind Rana. Can I get patent rights on behalf of my father's written work? Rana ji, can you come unmute yourself and tell us about what exactly is the kind of work? or
Rana sir, we need to understand your father's written work. Does it belong to copyright or?
that's what. If
yeah.
it is copyright, you have to do.
It is my father written a book on Subhash Chandra Bose. My father died due to COVID recently. So I want to get the copyright on that written work.
Yeah, you can very well get all the copyright related rights on behalf of your father. There is certain action to be completed for the disease applicant case. Okay.
Okay. There is basically we are answering the questions. At least I am answering the questions from the academicians' point of view. If there are participants who are from industry, I can always divert them to Pallavi and Shalaka. There is a question related to cost and time by Mr. Madan Kumar, Professor Madan Kumar. What is the cost and time period of patent filing and publishing and granting with respect to Indian, Australian or US ETC? This actually me and Pallavi and Shalaka are on the other side because I pay for my patent filing and all, and they charge for patent filing and all. So we are on the other side of the table, but I'd like to answer this in this fashion. What I found was when I first filed my patent in 2012 with Pallavi's help, Pallavi was not active as a patent attorney or agent at that time, but she had diverted me to some other firm. It cost me more than 70,000 at that time, but gradually I came out with various techniques wherein I pushed for institution sanctioning the amount, or colleagues. We basically want API scores, we academicians. So with the help of colleagues, we are sharing the expenses, or with students, we are sharing the expenses. Which cost more? I remember Australia, Pallavi telling me 5 lakhs. Am I right?
Statutory filing fee, sir.
Okay.
Like we are filing in
Idea
India
regarding US?
Somewhere 2.5 lakhs in Indian currency.
Okay.
With the US attorney first.
Okay, there is one question from Abdul Azim, Professor Abdul Azim. Entire implementation model to be ready at the time of filing? Not necessarily. You get ample time for that. In my case, initially I had gone for provisional filing because I knew that I needed time. Then I went for complete filing. But again, Pallavi and Shalaka, you can elaborate on that. While filing, everything should be ready, Pallavi and Shalaka.
You said it rightly, sir. Yes, Pallavi, go ahead.
Sir, we usually in our first disclosure meeting, now we used to ask the clients a couple of questions. So first is the strategy of filing, and second is the why are you filing. Okay. So the strategy will be based on totally on the technological domain in which you are working in, whether that technology is moving at a faster pace. If it is so, then we have to file a complete specification, because a few of the devices having mechanical and electrical and software related disciplinary areas. No? So we ask the clients to file the complete specification itself. If the patent is related to some chemical domain or some pharma related herbal formulation, then we used to study the data, and then we guide the clients accordingly. In that case, this provisional patent filing achieves the securing this priority data. So you are standing first in that queue for that particular domain if you file a provisional patent. And provisional patent, it is one of the simplest document to be submitted to the Indian Patent Office. A day or two, we can file this provisional. But for filing a complete specification, it's a whole task of say 15 or 20 days, right from studying the patentability aspects and drafting, and then reviewing, and then final filing. So if the data is ready, then one can go ahead for filing this complete. But if the data is not ready and if not foolproof, then we advise the clients to go ahead with the provisional patents.
Okay. One question from Mr. Bhaskar. Anybody can have any number of, yeah. How many number of patents I can have, Pallavi?
N number, sir.
Okay.
he has filed 950 patents in US and outside jurisdictions as well. And then he, whatever money he got from license out that patent portfolio, he foundation for upgrading these cutting edge technologies.
Yeah. Hari Krishna, Professor Hari Krishna is asking, is patent free apply or not? I did not get Hari Krishna. Can you come on? Can you ask the question? Question Adutara? Is he there? Yeah.
Seems, he's not there.
Okay. Dr. A.K. Koshal has a very interesting question. Koshal ji, आप
नागार्जुन
हेलो कौशल जी, आप सुन रहे हैं? आप अपना क्वेश्चन
ఏమైనా ఉమర్ నుండి ఏమైనా అప్డేట్స్ ఉన్నాయా?
Yes sir, I am listening sir.
क्या आप अपना क्वेश्चन बता सकते हैं?
Dr. Bikram sir has a question regarding which patent has more academic value, Australian or Indian.
Yeah, answer it.
So Australian patents, as Shalaka said, no, it has two categories: innovation and standard patents. So in India we file standard patents, but in Australia they take care of innovative patents as well, which has some low value of patentability criteria.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on the technology, what I personally feel is Indian patent has more value in terms of innovative step and novel features compared to Australian patent. It may add on colors to your academic profile.
Hello sir, my voice is audible.
Yeah, Hari Krishna, you can ask.
Sir, this is Dr. Hari Krishna sir. మనం మామూలుగా ఫ్రీ పబ్లికేషన్స్ ఫ్రీ ISBN నెంబర్స్ లాగే పేటెంట్ కూడా మనీ లేకుండా అప్లై చేయొచ్చా సార్?
నాకు తెలిసి లేదు. దీనికి ఫీ లేకుండా మనం ఫైల్ చేయొచ్చా?
Sir, there is a startup category which waives all the fees for this patent filing, but for that you have to incorporate a startup, and then that fee can be rebated till 80% once you file that patent application after the grant. But there is no.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah, there is no other way to get rid of the statutory filing fee from a patent office or elsewhere in the world.
డాక్టర్ హరికృష్ణ గారు, మీకు ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేసిందా? మీరు స్టార్ట్అప్ ఒకటి స్టార్ట్ చేసి దాంట్లో రిబేట్ తీసుకోవాలి.
సార్, అనదర్ క్వశ్చన్ సార్ మా సైడ్.
Sir.
Nowadays, now IIT people, NIT, Central University people are not going to the patent. Why, sir? Any reason is there behind that?
Yeah, same thing. As an academician, you know the reason pretty well. Rondodi, ante I have two views on this. As an academician, we should contribute in increasing the number, because we are helping India as far as the publication count, innovation count, novelty count is there. We should always go for that. But as a suppose name of a businessman, I want to commercialize things. I will not na firm chinnagundan kundi. If it is not a unique product, mari unique lekunda patent inka pada. అలా కూడా ఉంది. కానీ ఇప్పుడు లో మళ్ళీ ఏం చూసామంటే, పల్లవి అండ్ విశాలాక్ విల్ వౌచ్ ఫర్ దాట్. సో మెనీ ప్రొడక్ట్స్, సారీ ఫర్ దిస్ తెలుగు గైస్ ఫ్రమ్ అదర్ సైడ్, బట్ hopefully you'll understand. I'll in between come in Hindi. There are so many products coming in the market for pandemic solutions, but they are going for patents. Though IITs have a decreased number, there is a reason.
Most of the private engineering colleges are concentrate on the patents, sir.
Yeah.
And also Tamil Nadu state also mostly number of patents are having the Tamil Nadu people.
Yes sir.
What is the behind of the particular reason, sir?
So you're always ahead in all aspects, including publications.
Yes.
That is the answer. My feeling is, are you an academician or a non-academician? What is the purpose of your patent? If it is for APIs, you'll always file and publish. But if you really have a product which is genuine, which is novel, then you'll ensure that it is granted. It's granted fast. It comes in the market fast. You commercialize it. You make it successful. That's the journey.
Sir, I want one question.
Yeah, कौशल जी पूछिए.
सर, विकिपीडिया के इंफॉर्मेशन को हम अगर कोई बुक लिख रहे हैं तो उसमें इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं, वो कॉपीराइटेबल है या नहीं है सर, ये पूछना था.
नहीं, आपका क्वेश्चन अगर मैं समझ रहा हूं तो आप ही आंसर देंगे और सभी आंसर देंगे. विकिपीडिया में जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन मिलता है उसमें से उसका एक बुक बनाता हूं, बराबर यही बोल रहे हैं कौशल जी आप?
जी जी जी.
हाँ, तो आप अगर विकिपीडिया से ले रहे हैं तो आप उसको मेंशन कीजिए ना कि वहां से लिया है. That's the only thing. Site.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Pallavi and Shalaka, this is one interesting question from Raj. He had applied. He may relocate to Bangalore as his corresponding address. What he should do? Am I audible?
Yes.
This is a question.
Yeah. So if he has shifted to Bengaluru, as we had earlier also discussed, he can change the address of correspondence via filing Form 13. So application for amendment of patent application.
So as mentioned by Shalaka, and I also had shown you form number 13. You can use form number 13 and change it. Organizing team, are we making it a day? Any more? If no more questions are there? Any questions, or are we closing it?
Yes, sir. I think we can close now, as there are no more questions.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. It was a great presentation, and I think participants have benefited with this. We can get the feedback also. We can see in the chat that they are saying it's a nice session. Thank you, Pallavi ma'am and Shalaka ma'am. Thank you very much for the support and for clarifying all the doubts. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and tomorrow be on time at 3 p.m.
Skipping rope.
Yeah, tomorrow session will start.
Yeah, I think we are closing the session. Thank you all participants. If you don't have anything to say, we are closing it. Tomorrow, let us meet again at 3 p.m.
Thank you.
Sujanan sir, organizing team, thank you. We'll close the session today.
Thank
you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh sir and organizing team. A request to the participants. Many have posted their questions in the chat box. Due to lack of time, we are unable to answer few queries. So we'll take all those queries tomorrow. Is it fine, sir?
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, fine, ma'am. Fine, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Bye.